Beat Digger starting lineup is brought to you by Equitable Savings and Loan, proud to be Northeast Colorado's locally owned hometown savings and loan, with locations in Fort Morgan, Sterling, and Brush. Available 24/7 for your banking needs. That's Equitable Savings and Loan. The Beat Diggers will be going with sophomore point guard Ryan Dunker, along with Trent Mount. In the middle is Noah Leachman, a senior, along with Aaron Nichols and Adrian Lopez. The Beat Diggers are dressed in their road maroons.
Number 5, Ryan Dunker.
Head coach is Tyrone Whipple, assisted by Kim Craich, Anthony Wilson,
Number 21,
and Nico Guzman.
Number 30, Adrian Lopez.
The Bobcats are in their home whites.
Number 4, Trent Mount.
And they are coached by Gary Stark.
Williams.
And we'll get to their starting lineup here momentarily.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce to you.
This will be the first of two meetings between these teams. They'll play 2 weeks from today in Brush.
Number 5, Sam Anderson. Number 13, Sam Brunwitz.
Here's the starting lineup for this team from Estes Park. A 6'2 senior forward, Spencer Woodard.
And now your starting lineup.
Along with 5'10 senior guard Daniel Pierce.
Number 15, Joe Colson.
At least I think he's in the starting lineup. Let's see.
Tanner Stark.
Joe Colson,
Number 24,
the 5'9 senior guard, along with Tanner Stark.
and number 43, Coy Minot. Let's give him a hand for the 2016.
Along with Coy Minot, yeah. Pierce not in the starting lineup. And Nick Johnson, he's the big man at 6'5". Opening tip is brought to you by Builders by Design, the experience to complete your project from start to finish. Get the quality you deserve in your building by starting your build project right. Start with Buildings by Design. Johnson looks young, but he is a senior. He'll jump center with Noah Leachman. The Beat Diggers are looking for their third consecutive victory, all on the road, after beating Strasburg 47-36 last night, and Tuesday night beating Platte Valley 40-36. Leachman controls the opening tip. Ryan Dunker into the front court on the outside right to Adrian Lopez. Right corner for Dunker. Dribbles to his left. Dunker now double team. Kind of a 2-3 zone here by Estes Park. Dunker picks up the dribble, swings it right side to Adrian Lopez. Down low for Dunker. The three is good by Trent Mount on the left wing. Off the feed from Ryan Dunker. The Beat Diggers score on their opening possession. Here's Woodard the other way for Estes Park. Lobs it for Tanner Stark. Down low Johnson. 10-footer off the back of the rim in the right baseline. And Dunker has the rebound for the Beat Diggers. Dunker to Mount. Mount across the timeline. Bounce pass to Dunker. Down low for Lopez. Has the shot blocked by Johnson. Then a tie-up between Lopez and Johnson. Possession arrow is pointing, of course, towards Estes Park, as the Beat Diggers just won the opening tip. Here comes Stark the other way for the Bobcats. On the outside left to Colson. Holding the ball up high. Stark in the left corner looking down low. Has the ball poked away. Out of bounds by Nichols, but then it was touched by Minot. So Minot touching that one allows the Beat Diggers to have the basketball. First turnover is committed by Estes Park. Dunker the other way on the outside left to Mount. Mount left to the lane, in the lane. Had it stripped, picked it back up to Dunker. Fakes the three. Jump pass to Nichols. Puts it up and in! Cutting to the right baseline, Aaron Nichols. Rush with a 5-0 lead. 6:42 to go first quarter. Stark for Estes Park at the top. Bounce pass right of the lane to Minot. Three-pointer right corner Colson. No good, but the rebound into the hands of Spencer Woodard. Kicks it back out and trying to save it in the backcourt is going to be Stark. He does it nicely to Colson. Colson against Lopez. Now bodied up there by Mount. Back up to Stark. The Beat Diggers sag. On the outside right, well behind the three-point line is Colson. In the right corner for Stark, looking down low for Minot, lobs it towards Johnson, poked away, but taken back in the corner by Stark. Stark, free throw line for Johnson, guarded by Lopez. Bounce pass, right corner for Stark. Inside towards Minot, intercepted by Lopez. Second turnover by Estes Park. Lopez, jump pass, poked away, and that one is loose and intercepted by Tanner Stark. The Bobcats the other way. Stark, jump pass to Minot, down low. Johnson hooks it up, missed it from 5. Noah Leachman with a beat digger rebound. That's his first. He had double figures last night in rebounds. Here's Mounts, front court to Lopez. 5:42 to go in the opening quarter. Bounce pass to Mount, outside left to Dunker, left baseline to Leachman, scoops it up and in, around and he missed it. And the ball is tipped into the hands of Nick Johnson. Looked like it was halfway down. There's the outlet to Woodard. In the left corner, Colson penetrates left baseline all the way, reverse layup, blocked out of bounds by Noah Leachman. And the Bobcats retain possession. And to throw it in will be Joe Colson. Colson to the left of the basket in the front court looking. Lobs it well on the outside right to Minot. Bounce pass down low for Johnson, double team. Dribbles out of it. Right corner for Woodard against Nichols. Spinning out of traffic, dribbling, handing off to Johnson. 10-footer is short. Noah Leachman goes high for another rebound, his second. There's the outlet to Lopez. Baseball pass to Dunker. Bounce pass outside right to Mount. Drops the ball, picks it up, dribbles. Over to Leachman. Leachman in the lane, all the way, scoops it up and in. Beautiful. Noah Leachman with outstanding ball control. Right down the middle of the lane with a little finger roll. Rush 7, Estes Park nothing. 4:54 to go in the opening quarter. Right baseline Stark. Swings it left corner for Colson. Dribbles left of the lane. 10-foot pull-up. Yes, for Joe Colson. And the Bobcats are on the board for the first time. 7-2 Brush. 4:41 to go opening quarter. Mount overhead pass off the right hand of Lopez. Tries to chase it down and does. And then it's poked away by Stark. Here comes Estes Park. Colson lays it up too strong. Adrian Lopez has it for the Beat Diggers off that turnover. Lopez to Mount to Dunker, 3-on-2. Bounce pass to Nichols. Nichols leans, hooks, misses. Rebound, Nichols banks and scores. Off the glass for Aaron Nichols. And the Beat Diggers now have a 9-2 lead. 4:12 to go, first quarter from Estes. On the outside left is Woodard against Dunker. In the left corner for Stark, looking down low, back out to Woodard. Left wing 3, good. Spencer Woodard nails it. Rush lead is down to 4, 9-5. Here's Leachman left of the lane all the way, and he lays it in off the glass. Noah Leachman just went coast to coast there between two players. 11-5 Brush, 3:46 to go, first quarter. Woodard just beyond the timeline. Beat Diggers in a 2-3, outside left to Stark. Estes Park making early substitutes here momentarily. Stark back out to Woodard. Left corner for Stark. Down low for Johnson against Nichols. Left corner. Stark 3 in the air. Air ball. Noah Leachman has the basketball for Brush. On the outlet, here is Mount. Mount into the front court. Retreats towards the timeline. Swings it to Dunker. Back to Mount. Mount left of the lane. 15-footer in and out. And Aaron Nichols, though, has the rebound for the Beat Diggers. Nichols to Mount. Bounce pass to Leachman. And we've got a foul on Estes Park. First foul of the game. It was the floor. And the pushing violation committed by Joe Colson. Here comes Cannon Braggs into the game along with Logan Kittler and Sam Addison. Out are Johnson, Minot, and Stark. To throw it in is Mount. Left corner Dunker, wide open 3. Good! Ryan Dunker, catch and shoot, second 3 of the game for the Beat Diggers. They lead 14-5. 3 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Right side, Colson with the basketball against Dunker. Dribbles towards that right baseline. Pulls up from 10. And then the missed air ball. Put back is missed by Kittler. Rebound over to Aaron Nichols. The outlet to Dunker. Overhead pass is intercepted by Woodard as he was trying to find the cutter along the baseline. Third turnover by the Beat Diggers. Here comes Woodard the other way. On the outside left to Braggs. In the left corner, Colson penetrates left baseline all the way, scoops it up and in off the glass. Joe Colson now has 4. Estes Park trails 14-7. 2:29 to go. Hirschfeld into the game, left of the lane, and he's fouled by Sam Addison. Beat Diggers have yet to commit a foul. They can get more aggressive then in the second quarter with fouls to give. And to throw it in will be B.J. Hirschfeld. Hirschfeld looking. Lobs it to Mount in the left corner for Dunker, picked up by Colson. Baseball pass to Hirschfeld on the right side at the top for Mount. Left corner Dunker, another three in the air, is in and out, and Leachman goes for the rebound. He's got it left baseline, bounce pass to Dunker, and then Dunker lost it in the lane to Braggs. Here comes Estes Park the other way. Braggs left baseline, back out towards Woodard. Left wing three, good. Woodard hit a tough three. That was not an easy shot. Estes Park to within 4, 14-10, a minute 55 to go in the first. Dunker, no look pass to Nichols, banks the scores, and a foul on Woodard. And Aaron Nichols has 6 points here in the first quarter. Eddie Garcia and Corbin Massey will come in for Trent Mount and Ryan Dunker. Boy, they need a rest. They've been running up and down this floor. Exciting first quarter action here from Estes. The free throw by Nichols is up and in. He's got 7 points to lead all scorers. Brush 17, Estes Park 10, a minute 50 to go here in the opening quarter. Colson at the top against Eddie Garcia, swings it left side. Woodard, another three, back rimmed it. Noah Leachman goes high for another rebound, his fifth. There's the outlet to Hirschfeld, one-on-one. Hirschfeld all the way off the glass and in! P.J. Hirschfeld with a strong move. And Brush now on a 5-0 run, 19-10 timeout. Estes Park, a 30-second timeout. The Bee Diggers are on pace to eclipse about 80 points in this game the way they're going. Yesterday they scored just 47, but it was the defense that got it done. Defense playing pretty well here in the opening quarter as well, allowing just 10 points. And 6 of those points on 3-pointers by Spencer Woodard. It'll be Bobcat basketball. It'll be Braggs, Colson, Woodard, Kittler, and Addison for Estes Park. Bee Diggers now have Reed Hall in the game, along with Alex Salcedo, Eddie Garcia, Corbin Massey, and B.J. Hirschfeld for the final 90 seconds here of the opening quarter. Colson on the outside left of Woodard, picked up by Massey. Corner for Colson against Salcedo. In the lane to Addison, 10-footers good off the glass for Sam Addison. That stops the 5-0 run. Garcia pressured in the backcourt over to Massey. Jump pass towards Hall, and he threw it away, and it's intercepted. 5th turnover for Brush. Woodard the other way, left of the lane, in the left corner for Colson. Dribbles left baseline against Salcedo, cuts him off. Maintains the dribble, though, swings it right side to Braggs. Braggs down low for Kittler, hooks, and partially blocked by Hall. Taken away by Salcedo. That's got to be a foul. He's being mauled in the backcourt. That is a foul. Foul committed by Addison. That's his second. And Hirschfeld to throw it in. With the Bee Diggers up by 7 with 54.1 seconds to go. Tanner Stark is back in along with Nick Johnson. Backcourt pressure being applied. Garcia over to Hirschfeld. Bounce pass to Massey. Now to Garcia in the front court. Jump pass right baseline to Salcedo. Alley-oop towards Hall. And knocked away. It's intercepted. Long pass towards Colson. Colson all the way off the glass and in, and a foul on Hirschfeld. The Bee Diggers are not taking care of the ball here in the first quarter. That is 6 fouls already. Or 6 turnovers, I should say. And now Colson to the stripe. With the Bee Diggers up by 4, 19-14. The free throw is up and off the back of the rim. And Nick Johnson tips the ball, but he tips it to Corbin Massey, a brush. Massey with 33 seconds to go. Backcourt to Garcia. Left-handed dribble into the front court. Garcia maintains the dribble. Now is double teamed. Gets rid of it in the corner to Hall. Hall with the basketball. Still looking. Jump pass to Garcia. 22 seconds to go. First quarter. Garcia dribbles by 2. Lost the ball. Picks it back up. Back out to Hall. Right baseline to Hirschfeld. Over to Hall. On the right wing. Massey. 3 in the air. In and out. It was halfway down. Hall tries to tip it himself. Massey has it on the right baseline and then throws up a wild shot and misses. And taken away by Colson. 3 seconds to go. At midcourt, throws it up from 45, and it's an air ball. And that is the end of the first quarter with the score. Brush 19, Estes Park 14. A 1-minute break on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Ryan Dunker has the ball for the Bee Diggers. Jump pass to Nichols. Banks and scores to begin the second quarter from 6 feet away on the left side. Aaron Nichols now with 9. Brush 21, Estes Park 14. It's Lopez, Dunker, Mount, Leachman, and Nichols for Brush. Stark right corner for Colson. Out there with Kittler, Johnson, and Braggs for Estes Park. Cross court to Braggs. Dribbles left of the lane all the way. Scoops it down low for Kittler, who banks and scores. Logan Kittler makes it a 21-16 game. Dunker on the right side with the basketball. Dribbles right baseline. Still looking. Bounce pass poked away. Intended for Lopez. Intercepted by Colson. That's 7 turnovers for Brush. Tanner Stark across the timeline. Bounce pass to Braggs. Back to Stark all the way. No look pass towards Kittler. He banks and misses. Rebound Kittler. And he's fouled. Mounts might have got him. It didn't look like Nichols got him, but let's see. Yeah, they called on Nichols. That's his first. Logan Kittler to shoot a deuce. First free throw is good. There was no rotation on that ball. 0. I've never seen a free throw like that. Second free throw coming up, and that is up. And that's off the back of the rim. Leachman grabs the rebound. That's a very unusual non-spin there. Mount is bodied up at midcourt, no whistle. At the top of the basketball, right of the lane, in the lane, all the way. Has the shot blocked and a bounce by Johnson. They call a foul. Must have been with a body. And it is a foul on Johnson, yep. Trent Mount to the line to shoot 2. As he attempted the layup, but it was all ball, but a little bit of the body is what the officials saw. Brush leads 21-17, 6:56 to go. And the second free throw is no good. First Bee Digger score of the game brought to you by MMI International, 842-51-61. Second free throw is up and in for Mount. You're buying a mixer feeder truck. Nothing compares to the MMI design, craftsmanship, and service. MMI International. Tanner Stark on the outside left corner for Colson, penetrates left baseline, dribbles by 2, now backs it out to Stark. Left wing 3 is off the back of the rim. Ryan Dunker has the long rebound. Long pass to Lopez. Lopez all the way. Wild shot is around and good. Nope. Offensive interference. Leachman put his hand on the rim. No basket for Lopez. Tried to lay off at the last second. He thought he was going to drop off the rim. So no basket, even though it went down. Offensive interference there by Leachman. 6:25 to go in the left corner. Stark back out to Colson. Cross court to Braggs. 22-17 Brush. We're in the second quarter. Now to Kittler. Right corner. Colson fakes a 3. Dribbles in. Double team. And then Leachman stuffs it right back at his face on that shot attempt. Here is Lopez over to Dunker. Now to Leachman. Leachman left the lane. Had the ball stripped. Got it right back. Over to Mount, right baseline. Nichols' shot is up and off the back of the rim from 10. And Tanner Stark grabs the rebound in the corner for Estes Park. Bobcats come the other way. Kittler with the basketball on the outside right. Right baseline. Bragg shot is up and in and out from 15 feet away. Dunker has another rebound. That's his third for Brush. Dunker on the outside right behind his back. Picks up the dribble. Cross court to Lopez. 5:39 to go second quarter. Brush leads by 5. On the left corner for Nichols, penetrates left baseline, spins on Johnson, double team, back out, bounce pass, Dunker, 3 is off the back of the rim. And Estes Park. Stark across the timeline on the high right, Stark to Braggs. Braggs down low for Kittler, banks and misses. Dunker with another weak side rebound, that's his 4th, behind his back, and then he turned the ball over. Palming violation on Dunker, his 8th turnover. It'll be Bobcat basketball. And to throw it in will be Spencer Woodard, who had 2 3-pointers in the opening quarter. Brush maintains that 5-point lead. They've led throughout the course of the game, but Estes Park has been right there. And Brush did lead by 9 points at 1 point. In the right corner, Stark, guarded by Dunker, dribbles to his left. Picks up the dribble, back out to Braggs. Now to Stark on the high right. Down low for Johnson. Turns, and he misses as he's fouled on the play. And the foul by Adrian Lopez. Nick Johnson for 2. Johnson, the senior, shoots and misses. Off the back of the rim. Second free throw upcoming. As Coy Minot is back into the game for Tanner Stark. And Sam Swanland into the game for the first time for Estes Park. Johnson again with a second free throw to go in the second. That is up, and that is a rounded good. The Beat Diggers with a 22-18 lead. Dunker bounce pass backcourt to Hirschfeld, back to Dunker, front court to Lopez. Lopez at the free throw line, left corner Leachman. He'll take a three. Yes! Noah Leachman for three. Man, if he hits from out there. What a game so far for Leachman. 7.7 rebounds. Brush 25, Estes Park 18. 4.5 to go in the second. Minot at the top now for Swanland. Down low for Johnson. He turns. Bounce pass left corner. Woodard three. Good. Man, that guy's a killer from three. That's threes nailed already. 25-21. Dunker bounce pass to Hirschfeld. Hirschfeld right of the lane all the way, and then he's fouled as he went up for the shot. Strong move there by Hirschfeld. He goes to the line for two. And it was Swanland committing the foul for Estes Park. The Beat Diggers have just 3 fouls here in the opening half. And B.J. Hirschfeld, who's got 2 points already. First free throw is up and in for Hirschfeld. When you're shopping for new appliances, shop the best appliance store in Fort Morgan, B&B Appliance, a full and complete line of Whirlpool appliances in downtown Fort Morgan. Second free throws in and out. Nick Johnson grabs the rebound for Estes Park. His third on the outlet to Minot. Minot with the Beat Diggers up by 5. Midway through the second quarter. Cross-court pass for Braggs. Bounce pass down low for Johnson. Back out to Minot. Penetrates right baseline. Pulls up from 10. Back rimmed it. And the rebound to Aaron Nichols. Nichols with his fourth board. The outlet to Dunker. Dunker into the front court. Swings it right side to Lopez. Back to Dunker. Dunker looking towards the top. Maintains the left-handed dribble down to Nichols on the high left. Nichols spinning. Left baseline. Double team. Kicks it back out of the bounce to Hirschfeld. Over to Dunker. Dunker back to Hirschfeld, left wing. At the top for Dunker, right side for Lopez. Down low for Leachman. Leachman towards Lopez. Lopez dribbles by a defender into the lane. Cross-court Dunker, left wing three. Good. It rattles into Ryan Dunker, his second triple. The Beat Diggers have 4 3-pointers in the game and lead by 8. 29-21, 3:50 to go, second quarter. On the outside left, Minot jump pass to Johnson in the lane. He hooks it from 10 short. B.J. Hirschfeld grabs the board for Brush, and then he throws it away. Here is Braggs' 10-footer. He bricked it. Leachman has the rebound for the Beat Diggers, his 8th. And the Beat Diggers throw it away in the back. That's turnover number 10 for Brush. Estes Park has just 2. That's keeping them in the game, down by 8. With 3 minutes to go before the break. Braggs to throw it in. Left corner for Minot. Back to Braggs. Free throw line. Johnson. 15-footer. Back rimmed it. Noah Leachman grabs his 9th rebound. There's the outlet to Lopez. Lopez into the front court. Middle of the lane. Right baseline for Nichols. Nichols back out to Hirschfeld. Hirschfeld right side at the top for Leachman. Down low for Lopez. Gets a defender in the air. Scores off the glass. And Johnson has fouled. What a move there by Lopez. What an assist by Leachman on the no-look. Nick Johnson commits his second, and the Beat Diggers lead by 10. Logan Kittler will check in along with Tanner Stark, and Leachman is out. What a performance so far by Noah Leachman. Nobody can stop him. And now Adrian Lopez to try and convert the three-point play. Aaron Williams is in for Brush. Lopez spins, bends, shoots, and misses in and out. Logan Kittler with a rebound for Estes Park. Brush 31, Estes Park 21. 2:37 to go, second quarter. Stark spins back out to Braggs. No look pass to Stark, right baseline against Aaron Nichols. Dribbles all the way underneath the basket, across the court to Braggs. Down low for Kittler, back out to Braggs on the left wing. Faking the three of Stark. Jump pass to Minot. He banks and he scores from 5 feet away to the left of the basket for Minot. Brush 31, Estes Park 23. Bounce pass front court for Hirschfeld. 2:12 to go. Hirschfeld double team over to Dunker. Dunker bounce pass right baseline to Williams. Williams underneath the basket. Cross-court bounce pass poked out of bounds by Minot. Beat Diggers retain possession. Here comes Reed Hall in for Aaron Nichols. And to throw it in will be B.J. Hirschfeld. To the right of the hoop is Hirschfeld, looking towards the top. Still looking, got to get rid of it. Lobs it towards Dunker, and it's intercepted by Stark. Another turnover for Brush. Stark to Braggs, back towards Stark against Hall. He backs and scores on the right baseline of the fadeaway, and the foul. And the foul was committed by Reed Hall. And right back in the game is Estes Park. They're down by 6 with under 2 minutes to go. And Trent Mount is also going to check in, along with Joe Colson of Estes Park. And for the final minute 58, Lopez is out and Eddie Garcia's in. Pete Diggers had a 10-point lead moments ago, but the Bobcats are on a 4-0 run. Free throw is missed, but Minot grabs the rebound for Estes Park. Pete Diggers didn't block out, then Colson's shot is missed and he's fouled. He goes to the line as he was cutting towards the basket off the feed. And Hall commits another foul. So Colson to shoot 2. They can make this a 4-point game. Alex Salcedo will check in for Brush. And the free throw is in. (31-26). Remember, the Beat Diggers did not finish the second quarter on a positive note yesterday. Strasburg closed it on a 10-0 run. Second free throw good. And right now, Estes Park is on a 6-0 run. Here's Trent Mount, crossover dribble into the front court. Bounce pass to Williams. Williams turns and he misses the shot, partially blocked, taken away by Logan Kindler. Kindler with his 4th rebound. There's the outlet to Woodard, still with a minute 35 to go in the second quarter. Woodard jump pass to Colson. Beat Diggers have committed 5 team fouls. Estes Park with 7. Moving the ball around to Woodard. Woodard gets a pick from Colson. Jump pass down low for Kindler. Bounce pass to Colson against Garcia. Right side to Minot. Right corner bounce pass to Stark. Stark against Salcedo. Penetrates right baseline. Tripped up. Only the 16th foul. So Estes Park will have to inbound it. And Salcedo with his first. And to throw it in will be Joe Colson. Colson to the left of the basket in the front court, looking. Lobs it back out to Minot. Down low for Colson. Fades from 10, in and out. And nice rebound there for Aaron Williams of Brush, his first. The outlet to Dunker, minute 8 to go. Here, check that. That's a Hirschfeld to Garcia. Scoops it up and in, right baseline. Eddie Garcia from about 5 feet away. Brush back to a 6-point lead, 33-27. 57 seconds to go, second quarter. Free throw line, Minot fouled by Williams. 1-and-1 situation. Yeah, don't want to do that. Minot to shoot 1 and maybe a second. With 54.6 seconds remaining before halftime. Free throw is up, and that's off the back of the rim, and Woodard tips the rebound to himself. And down low, the pass is nearly taken away. Colson's got it. Colson with the basketball. Back out to Stark. Estes Park will now recycle the offense here. Colson back out to Stark near the top, guarded by Mount. Right side to Colson against Garcia. Down low for Kittler. Banks misses. He's fouled. Now the Beat Diggers all of a sudden, who didn't foul in the opening quarter, fouled a ton here in the second. And that foul was by Aaron Williams again. Kittler to the line. That free throw is a brick off the back of the rim. Second free throw upcoming. Corbin Massey's in for B.J. Hirschfeld. That free throw's up, and that one banks in. You can tell he needs a lot of work on the free throw line. Here's Massey in the front court. 30 seconds to go. Massey back out to Garcia. Beat Diggers lead by 5. Swings it right side to Massey. Massey in the right corner towards Mount. Knocked it out of bounds by Stark. 24.3 to go. Beat Diggers to inbound it. And Mount will do so in front of the bench. Mount looking. Right side to Garcia. Garcia, middle of the lane. Then did he travel or was he fouled? He was tied up. Possession arrow, Estes Park. And to throw it in is Colson. in the backcourt, nearly stolen by Massey, taken by Stark. Jump pass to Minot, cross-court pass off Kittler's hand, out of bounds. Estes Park commits their first turnover of the quarter, only their third of the game. The Beatniggers have 12 miscues here in the opening half. 14 seconds to go, and Cannon Braggs will check in for Logan Kittler. And Estes Park will apply the press. Mount to throw it in. Bounce pass to Massey. Jump pass to Saucedo. 2-on-1. Saucedo to Williams. Williams in the lane. Hooks off the glass and in. Nice job by the Beatniggers beating the pressure. 4 seconds to go. Stark in the backcourt with 3. And then he puts it up from about 60. And it's no good. All right, we have played 16 minutes of basketball. The Beatniggers are in the lead over the Estes Park Bobcats. 35-28. Let's take a 3-minute break, and we'll come back with the first half recap on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Let's head to the third quarter, where the Beatniggers lead the Estes Park Bobcats 35-28. Very entertaining first half. Up and down action throughout. The Beatniggers will go with Ryan Dunker, Trent Mount, Adrian Lopez, Noah Leachman, and Aaron Nichols, their normal starting 5. Neither team has a player in foul trouble. Foul trouble would be considered if you had 3 fouls at this point. Bobcats milking this for all the time they can get, as the Beatniggers will throw it in. They've got Cannon Braggs, Logan Kittler, Coy Minot, Tanner Stark, and Nick Johnson, a different 5 than the 5 that began the game. And to throw it in will be Lopez. To Dunker, back to Lopez in the high right. Right corner, Leachman penetrates all the way, scoops it up and in off the glass. What a strong move there by Noah Leachman. Leachman now with 9 points in a game. The Beatniggers lead 37-28. Johnson, free throw line, backs up over to Braggs. Looking down low, back to Johnson. 15-footer, back rimmed it. Aaron Nichols has his 5th board for Brush. There's the outlet to Dunker, 1-on-3. Dunker all the way. Jump pass to Leachman, dropped the ball, got it right back, and then the ball's ricocheted into the backcourt. Lopez has it. It was tipped away, and the ball goes through Nichols on that perfect pass by Lopez to Nichols on the left baseline. Didn't look it in. Turnover number 13 for the Beatniggers. And Braggs dribbles the other way for Estes Park. On the outside left to Minot. Lobs it to Johnson. Left corner for Braggs. 3 in the air is going to be short. Johnson, though, has the rebound for Estes Park. Now to Braggs. Cross court to Stark. Stark with a basketball. Straight away to Minot. 37-28 Brush. 6:54 to go. Bounce pass to Johnson. Third quarter. Swings it right corner to Stark. Dribbles left of the lane. Back out to Minot. And Estes Park trying to find Johnson inside. Can't do so. Now finds Johnson in the lane all the way. Right-handed layup good. He drove by a couple of Beatniggers and scored off the glass. 37-30. Brush. 6:35 to go. Third quarter. Left corner, Leachman. He'll take the shot. Good! Three-pointer, Noah Leachman. His second triple of the game. He feels it today. Leachman now with 12, working on another double-double for him. To go along with 9 rebounds. 40-30 Beatniggers. They've matched their biggest lead. Bounce pass inside, intercepted by Mount. Mount with Minot to beat all the way off the glass and in. Using that body for turnover for Estes Park. Mount now with 6. The Beatniggers lead by a dozen. 42-30. 6 minutes to go in the third. On the outside right, Minot. Bounce pass right corner for Braggs. Back to Minot. Down low for Johnson. Poked away by Leachman. Intercepted there by Nichols. And now 2 turnovers on back-to-back possessions by Estes Park. Dunker stripped by Braggs. The ball is loose in the backcourt, out of bounds. It is off Estes Park. The Beatniggers retain possession. And to throw it in will be Trent Mount. Mount along the side in the backcourt to the left of the Estes Park bench. will throw it in for the Bead Diggers. Over to Dunker. Dunker sets it up in the front court for Brush. Dunker gets a pick from Nichols, dribbles middle of the lane, no look pass to Mount. 3 in the left corner, no good. He's fouled by Tanner Stark. And that will be 3 free throws for Trent Mount, as Stark commits his first foul of the game. Let's see if Trent can nail all 3. The first is up, and that is perfect for Trent Mount. Grocery, meat, and fresh deli counters, floral, pharmacy, Western Union, and public service payments. 24-hour gas as well. That's your one-stop shop. Brush Grocery Card, 1302 West Edison Street in Brush. He's made the first 2. Mount makes the third as well. Nothing but string. Mount has 5 in the quarter, 9 in the game. And the Bead Diggers have opened up a 15-point advantage. It's 45-30. Eaton last night started slowly against Estes Park. Then they pulled away to win 76-51. That game was in Eaton. Bead Diggers only led by 7 at the break. They've more than doubled that advantage. On the outside left, Addison into the game. Over to Johnson. Johnson trips himself up and travels. Yeah, there was no contact by Bead Digger. He just slipped. And Nichols to throw it in. Willow Coffee, Tea, and Smoothies and G Sweets Bakery. Long pass to Lopez, 3-on-2 to Mount. Mount in the lane, hooks it up, misses, back rimmed. And the rebound to Logan Kittler. And then nearly stripped away by Leachman, but Kittler gets it right back. Looking, bounce pass towards Woodard, back to Kittler. Kittler into the front court on the outside right. Right corner for Colson, guarded by Dunker. 5 minutes to go in the third. Bead Diggers by 15. Colson right corner against Dunker. Maintains the left-handed dribble. Willow Coffee, Tea, and Smoothies and G Sweets Bakery open 6 days a week. How about a new breakfast bowl or delicious breakfast burrito with your Willow Coffee or tea? 921 Edison Street in Brush. Colson dribbles right baseline, fades from 10 and scores. Colson now with 10. That stops the 8-0 Bead Digger run, but they're up by 13. 45-32, 4.5 to go in the third. Dunker just beyond the timeline with the basketball. On the outside right, gets a pick from Nichols, dribbles all the way, scoops it up off the glass, no good, but he's fouled across the right wrist. Nick Johnson with his third. And Dunker to the stripe. Dunker connects on the free throw. Tanner Stark back in for Nick Johnson. Dunker again for the line. The sophomore bends and scores. Dunker now with 8. Rush 47, Estes Park 32. 4:19 to go in the third. On the outside left for the basketball is Stark against Mount at the top for Addison. Now he'll take a 3, and he misses it off the back of the rim. And Noah Leachman wrestles down the rebound. Outlet to Lopez. Baseball pass to Mount. Dribbles, banks, misses. Rebound, Nichols scores. He just scooped it up. That's why you trail on the play. Timeout, Estes Park. We'll take it with him. 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. Brush 49, Estes Park 32 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. 49-32 Brush. Less than 4 now to go in the third quarter. Inbounds pass from Spencer Woodard to Tanner Stark. Out there with Sam Addison, Logan Kittler, and Joe Colson. The Bead Diggers with Trent Mount, Ryan Dunker, Noah Leachman, Aaron Nichols, and B.J. Hirschfeld. Stark in the right corner. Overhead pass to Woodard. Left of the lane. Woodard pulls up from 10. He misses, and he's fouled by Nichols. Got him with the body. Oh, they're going to say Hirschfeld instead. Man, I didn't even see him that close to the defender, or offender, I should say. Hirschfeld commits his second. Spencer Woodard looks to get into double figures if he makes a free throw, and he does not. He misses in and out. The Bead Diggers have outscored the Bobcats in the quarter 14-4. Second free throw for Spencer Woodard. And that's up, and that's perfect. Backcourt pressure being applied. Mount to Dunker. Dunker against Colson across the timeline. Swings it right side. Deflected. Taken by Mount. Right corner for Nichols. Back to Mount. Over to Dunker. Dunker with a basketball. Dribbling to his right. Right corner for Mount. Mount overhead pass to Dunker. Dunker bounce pass, left baseline for Leachman, foul by Stark. And Stark commits his second as Leachman went to the floor. Yeah, that's a good call. I got to give him the opportunity to catch the ball. Gary Stark, the Bobcat coach, doesn't like that, but that's a good call. Mount to throw it in the left corner for Dunker. Bounce pass over to Hirschfeld. Hirschfeld towards the top right wing. Mount wide open three is around and no good. Logan Kittler grabs his sixth rebound for Estes Park. Kittler into the front court, dribbling right side. 16-point lead for the Beat Diggers with 3:05 to go in the third. Colson, long three is well short. And B.J. Hirschfeld has the rebound for the Beat Diggers. The outlet to Dunker, 1-on-2 all the way off the glass and in! He didn't have the numbers, but still scored. Dunker now with 10. Beat Diggers lead by 18, their biggest advantage. 51-33, 2:47 to go in the third. Here's Stark looking down low. Bounce pass in the lane to Addison. Turns, shoots, air ball, and it's out of bounds. Beat Digger basketball. And Brush has put together a huge third quarter to run away here from Estes Park in Estes Park. Ryan Dunker off the inbounds pass, pressured by Colson. Bounce pass at the midcourt line to Hirschfeld, right side to Mount. Mount picks up the dribble, overhead pass to Dunker. Dunker left of the lane, in the lane, lost the ball, got it back, nearly tied up. Now has the ball back out to Mount. Right baseline, Nichols' shot is around and no good from 15. Logan Kittler grabs his seventh rebound. On the outlet now, a steal by Leachman. Leachman all the way, banks, and scores. Off the steal in the backcourt by Noah Leachman. 7th turnover there by Estes Park. Leachman has 7 in the quarter, 14 in the game. Beat Diggers by 20, 2 minutes to go in the third. Stark, entry pass to Addison, hands it off to Kittler. He's fouled. That'll only be the second team foul committed by the Beat Diggers. Leachman with his first. Played a very clean game so far with 14 points and 10 rebounds, and Leachman is out. And Reed Hall is in. And Joe Colson to throw it in. Colson. Cross-court pass in the corner for Stark, down low for Kittler. Hook shot blocked by Hall, but he gets it back. Now the three by Woodard. That's blocked by Mount, and then Addison misses. And it's taken away by Nichols. Nichols is pressured in the backcourt, double teamed. Gets it back out to Dunker. Dunker with a basketball to Mount. Now to Dunker, over to Mount in the right wing. In the lane, scoops it up off the glass and misses. Logan Kittler grabs his 9th rebound. Long baseball pass to Addison. Addison, middle of the lane, pulls up from 7, short. And the rebound in the hands of Hall, and he's tackled in the backcourt by Addison. And Addison's a physical player. That'll be his 3rd foul. And it'll be the 4th team foul. Aaron Williams will check in here momentarily for Aaron Nichols. Hirschfeld to throw it in. And again, they'll apply the press, down by 20 with 1:28 remaining in this third quarter. Hirschfeld bounce pass to Mount. Beat Diggers easily break the press. Mount's on the outside left towards the corner. Over to Hall. Hall jump pass is poked away, and that is intercepted. Here is Braggs the other way, scoops it up, and he misses. Johnson with a follow-up and in off the glass for Nick Johnson. He's got 5 points in the game. But the Beat Diggers still with a sizable lead, 53-35. Hirschfeld, bounce pass, right baseline for Williams. Down low for Mount, scoops it up, and he missed an easy shot. Rebound to Spencer Woodard from about 3 feet away. Braggs, long pass in the corner to Colson, tries to save it in, does to Woodard. He'll take the 3, and that's no good. And Braggs, nice job tipping the ball to himself on the right baseline, and then we've got a traveling violation on Braggs. 44 seconds remaining in the third. Eddie Garcia's in. Here comes Alex Salcedo. So it's Williams, Hall, Mount, Garcia, and Salcedo for Brush. Tanner Stark will check in momentarily. Garcia backcourt to Mount. Bounce pass over to Salcedo. Front court pass towards Garcia. Garcia with a dribble. Left side to Mount. Left baseline for Hall. Hall with a right-handed dribble. Picks it up. Jump pass. Poked out of bounds by Braggs. Intended for Trent Mount. 31.9 to go. Minot and Stark are in for Kittler and Woodard. And to throw it in will be Mount. The junior gets it into Garcia. Left of the lane, into Mount. Left corner, 3 in the air. Yes! Trent Mount with a beauty. He's got 8 in the quarter, 12 in the game. Bead Diggers lead by 21, their biggest advantage. Minot, bounce pass, right wing for Johnson, dribbles by 2, and then he's fouled, I believe, on the floor. Nope, it's a travel. There was contact, but no foul called on Brush. Instead, the Bead Diggers had the basketball with 15.9 seconds to go in the third. Mount to throw it in, backcourt to Salcedo, back to Mount. Again, backcourt pressure being applied. Hall, front court pass to Garcia. Bounce pass to Williams, lays it up, misses off the glass. The rebound to Minot as he cut to the basket. Long passes poked away and intercepted by Mount. 1 second to go. He's got to throw it up, and it looked like he was fouled there at midcourt, but the whistle is going to be a little bit too late anyway. The Bead Diggers put together a monumental third quarter. They outscore Estes Park 21-7 and lead by 21. 56-35 on 1010 KSLR and KSLR.com. Joe Colson misses to begin the fourth for Estes Park along the baseline. Reed Hall grabs the rebound. Here's Eddie Garcia fouled in the front court by Cannon Braggs. The Bead Diggers have a 56-35 lead on Estes Park. And it's Hall, Corbin Massey, Alex Salcedo, Eddie Garcia, and Aaron Williams for Brush. Coy Minot, Joe Colson, Tanner Stark, Cannon Braggs, and Nick Johnson for Estes Park. Hall back out to Salcedo on the high right. Salcedo looking, spinning, bounce pass to Garcia right of the lane, and then the ball was stripped away by Colson, intercepted Garcia, then commits the foul in the backcourt. Only Brush's third team foul. One of the big differences for the Bead Diggers in the quarter, they committed just 2 turnovers. They had 6 in each of the first 2 quarters. Bobcats the other way. Stark with the basketball. Right side to Braggs. Down low. He thought that Stark was going to cut to that spot. He did not. And he threw it away out of bounds. The Bobcats had just 3 turnovers in the opening half. Now have 7 in the second half. Bounce pass. Backcourt to Garcia. Garcia into the front court for Brush. Left side to Williams all the way. Gets a defender in the air. Has a shot blocked by Johnson. Taken by Massey. 10-footer. Around and no good. And Nick Johnson now has the rebound for Estes Park. Long pass is intercepted by Garcia. Nice job by Garcia. Here comes Brush the other way. Right side to Williams. Fouled in the front court by Tanner Stark. That'll be his 3rd personal, the team's 6th. And 3/4 court, Salcedo to throw it in. 7:02 to go in the game. Same score as we had at the end of the third. 56-35 Bead Diggers. Salcedo pass towards the corner, knocked out of bounds by Braggs, intended for Williams. And let's see if Williams, nope, it'll be Salcedo instead to throw it in. Bounce pass to Massey. At the top for Garcia. Garcia jump pass to Salcedo. Dribbles, turns, leans, and misses. And then the putback is up, and he missed that one. And then the ball is loose, and it's picked up by Minot of Estes Park. Long pass to Braggs. Jump pass knocked out of bounds by Garcia, intended for the cutting Colson. Estes Park retains possession. And again, the second half defense by Brush has been incredible. Remember, they did not allow a point in the final 6+ minutes last night. Didn't allow a field goal in the entire fourth quarter against Strasburg. They've given up just 7 points in the second half when we played 9 minutes and 16 seconds. Here is Braggs on the outside right in the right corner for Stark. Back out to Braggs. Down low for Johnson. Dribbles off a Bead Digger foot out of bounds as the Bead Diggers were there to converge the offender. And to throw it in will be Colson. 6.5 to go in the game. Brush still leads by 21. Colson looking, right corner for Stark. Stark against Garcia. On the outside right to Braggs. Entry pass to Minot. Right corner. Stark 3 in the air. Is off the back of the rim. Rebound to Minot. Minot stripped by Garcia. And Garcia commits the foul. Garcia with a second foul. Team's 4th. And let's see who throws this in. It'll be Colson again. Right corner to Stark. Stark looking, jump pass to Johnson, right baseline, double team, then foul from behind by Salcedo. Didn't need to put his hand up there on the shot. It'll be 2 free throws for Nick Johnson. Salcedo with his second. High Plains Bank offers a wide variety of products that can be customized to fit your individual needs. See what over a century of customer service can do for you at High Plains Bank in Wiggins. Free throw is in and out. And Kusky Oil Company in Crook delivers fuel and propane for your farm and home. Kusky Oil Company, 886-2121. Second free throw to be attempted by Nick Johnson. AC Ice, of course, proudly supports local high school sports throughout Northeast Colorado. Second free throw, back rim. Salcedo gets the rebound, his third. You can find it at any local grocery or convenience store near you. Massey to Reed Hall in the lane. He turns, shoots, and scores! Falling away from the basket in the lane, Reed Hall. From about 6 feet away, and he's fouled to the line as Hall to shoot one. Colson with his second foul, and the Bee Diggers now lead by 23 with over 6 minutes to go in the game. The Reed Hall free throw is up, and it was short by a foot. He's embarrassed about that, but heck, he made a heck of a shot. Yeah, he just didn't follow through. Woodard to throw it in. And Brush has outscored Estes Park in this half. 23-7. With the basketball is Woodard against Garcia in the right corner for Stark. Back out to Woodard. Right wing three in the air is off to the left. Big rebound there for Aaron Williams. Williams in the backcourt looking for the outlet. Finds Garcia. Almost impossible to strip the ball from Garcia. So small and so good with his hands. No look pass to Hall. He dribbles, reverse layup, up and in. Off the glass, and the Bee Digger bench jumps in unison for Reed Hall. 60-35 Brush. Braggs in the lane. Jump pass to Woodard in the lane. Had the ball stripped. Kittler picks it up and misses. And then the ball is tipped up and in by Kittler. Kittler's got 6 points and 10 rebounds. Bee Diggers 60. And the Bobcats 37. Salcedo jump pass to Garcia. Down low for Hall. Hall fades, shoots, and misses. And the ball is tipped around. Foul. And let's see who committed the foul. It's going to be against Estes Park. 1-and-1 situation. Spencer Woodard commits his second. To the line is Aaron Williams. Free throw by Williams is up and off the back of the rim. Alex Salcedo, though, has it for Brush. Down low for Williams, poked out of bounds. Oh, it went off Williams. I thought it went off Stark. Estes Park basketball. The Bee Diggers leading by 23, 60-37. And to throw it in will be Spencer Woodard. Woodard will throw it into Cannon Braggs. And here we go. Woodard across the timeline, met by Garcia. Left wing to Colson. Colson looks to his right, then throws it towards Braggs, and then it's poked away by Massey. Contact, no whistle. Braggs has got it. Bounce pass to Colson, left wing. Takes a three, and it's off the front of the rim. And the ball is into the hands of Reed Hall over to Eddie Garcia. Nice outlet by Hall. Garcia across the timeline, bodied up by Colson. No whistle. Jump pass to Massey. Massey dribbles left of the lane. Massey in the lane. Massey stripped. Picked up by Braggs. Bee Diggers. No, then Williams wrestles it away. Back out to Massey. Over to Reed Hall. Hall shoots and misses, but a foul. And was that foul away from the ball or not? It'll be a 1-and-1. I didn't think it was on the shot. Foul is on Cannon Braggs. That'll be a second. And Massey to shoot two. Or is it two? Let's see. I didn't see the indication. No, it's one, and he makes it. 1-and-1. 19th foul. Away for the ball, yeah. Well, yeah, Reed Hall was the shooter anyway on that miss. Massey scores for the first time in the game, and the Bee Diggers have 10 different players in the scoring column. Second free throw is off to the left, and the rebound's into the hands of Sam Swanlund. On the outlet to Colson. Colson, right baseline, leans, shoots, misses, back rim. Reed Hall with a rebound stripped, and Nick Johnson grabbed it, but his right foot was on the baseline. Reed Hall all of a sudden has come up with a nice fourth quarter here. He's got 4 points and 4 rebounds in the game. Alex Salcedo to throw it in, 4:27 to go. Brush 61, Estes Park 37. Salcedo with backcourt pressure to Garcia. Back to Salcedo. Salcedo looking, finds Garcia at midcourt. Eddie Garcia with the basketball, looking, jump pass, knocked away by Johnson, intercepted. Johnson is going to back it up with the Beat Diggers catching up on defense. Salcedo then strips it away, but then it's thrown away by Hall, and the Beat Diggers and Bobcats exchange turnovers there. Bobcat basketball. And to throw it in is Spencer Woodard. Woodard to Sam Addison, back to Woodard near the left corner, down low for Johnson, triple team, bounce pass towards Swanlund, banks and scores, and a foul. Swanlund to the line, one of the rare points scored by Estes Park in this half. Alex Salcedo got him across the wrist. And now Swanlund will be shooting, and let's see who these Beat Diggers are. I think Marcus Contreras is one of them. Free throw is missed. Salcedo grabs the rebound for the Beat Diggers into the front court. So Marcus Contreras and Austin Perry out there for the Beat Diggers. Contreras to Massey, and then Massey was tripped up, but did he travel? He did. Yeah, Austin Perry making the appearance. Yeah, he was on the roster. I just didn't have him on my side of the ledger, so he's excited to get in there for the Beat Diggers. With a basketball on the outside, left is Minot. Minot Contreras, entry pass poked away, intercepted by Perry. Here come the Beat Diggers the other way. Here's Massey right in the lane. Jump pass down low for Salcedo. Salcedo spins, tries to back it out, and his pass towards Hall was intercepted. Now the Beat Diggers are turning it over a little bit here in the fourth quarter, but they lead by 22 with 3:25 to go in the game, and Salcedo fouls Spencer Woodard. That'll be Salcedo's fourth. Woodard with a 1-and-1. It's Brush's 7th team foul as Woodard is stepping to the line. He spins, he shoots, and he connects. Woodard now with 11 in the game, but had 9 at the break. So Brush has contained him quite a bit in the second half. Second free throw coming up for Spencer Woodard. And that one is up, and that was perfect. It's a 20-point game, 61-41. They'll continue to apply the pressure. Contreras in the backcourt, dribbles in between two, into the front court. Contreras then stripped and fouled by Addison. That'll be the double bonus. Addison commits his fourth. And Marcus Contreras, as his teammates yell Mo, will step to the line. Looking to score. I don't know if he scored this season. He's had limited playing time, but he's got a good shot. He's a left-handed shooter. Contreras' his free throw is around and no good. A little bit off to the right. Aaron Williams and Eddie Garcia will check back in. And lots of substitutions here for Estes Park. They've got Kittler, Stark, Braggs, Woodard, and Colson. Second free throw coming up for Contreras. That one is up, and it's off the back of the rim. No good. Chased down, though, by Austin Perry. Nice rebound for him. Perry in the corner, stripped away by Colson. Out of bounds. Beat Diggers retain possession. 3:13 to go in the game. Brush 61, Estes Park 41. Brush is that far away from their third consecutive win, all on the road, and they're in Greeley against University on Tuesday. Perry to throw it in. Baseball pass near midcourt to Garcia. Garcia left-handed dribble against Braggs. Garcia spins, looking in the lane to Contreras. Contreras was fouled, no whistle. Then he banks and misses. And Kittler with a rebound. That's his 11th rebound. There's the outlet to Stark. Middle of the lane, Stark jump pass. Knocked away by Garcia, taken by Woodard, misses the shot. Then Reed Hall has it for Brush. Stolen by Kittler, he misses. Then Woodard banks and scores, and a foul on the Beat Diggers. Woodard to the line. That was a big mess there. Foul was committed by Reed Hall, his third. And Spencer Woodard to shoot one. It's up and it's good. He's got 15 points in the game. The lead is 17. 61-44. Backcourt pass to Garcia. Still have 2:48 to go in the game. Beat Diggers have to take care of the basketball. Over to Perry. Perry with a left-handed dribble. Falls down, gets back up against Stark across the timeline. Swings it right side to Hall in the front court. Dribbles right baseline. Hall fades from 10. Air ball. However, Williams has it nearly tied up, and then he is tied up. And let's see what we got. Foul on Colson. Yeah, so Williams did have control of that basketball. And double bonus. Now the Beat Diggers have to hit their free throws just to start pulling away again as they lead by 17 with 2:33 to go. And Aaron Williams will be at the line. And he shoots, and that one is perfect. Rush 62. Estes Park 44. And Colson's going to be taken out of the game. Has a little blood on his jersey. Second free throw upcoming. This will be double-digit losses for Estes Park on back-to-back days. Let's see, checking in. That might be Max Swanlund because he's not on the varsity roster. Second free throw for Aaron Williams is in the air, and that's deep. However, Hall has the rebound, puts it up and in. Reed Hall got position in the lane and scored. He's got 6 points all in this quarter. Brush back up by 20, 64-44. Here's Tanner Stark towards the right corner, picks up the dribble, looking at the top. On the outside right to Woodard. Woodard crossover dribble, right corner for Stark. Penetrates against Perry. Jump pass poked away. Taken by Braggs and then intercepted by Marcus Contreras. Contreras with the basketball right of the lane. He lost the basketball, but Eddie Garcia dives for midcourt. Garcia then a jump pass towards Hall. This is a mess. Hall's got 2 players open, couldn't find him. He's going to back it out to Garcia. Wow. That's crazy. Garcia back out to Perry. Down low for Williams. In the lane. Leans. Puts it up off the glass. Too strong. Hall with a putback. No. Hall tips it over to Contreras. Contreras left baseline. Jump pass to Hall. 7-footer is around it. No good. In and out. And the rebound into the hands of Spencer Woodard. Man, that was a frantic pace there. On the outside right, Stark with 1:33 to go. Back out to Woodard in the lane. And then he's stripped in a foul. Oh no, tied up. Beautiful job by the Beat Diggers. Possession arrow. Brush. Reed Hall is out, and I think Reed Hall, I don't know if he had a black eye before, but certainly looks like he's got one now. Marcus Contreras will throw it into the backcourt to Garcia. Garcia to Contreras, left-handed dribble along the sideline, and Contreras stepped on the end line. Yeah, he thought he was fouled. Beat Diggers have committed 8 turnovers in the quarter, but it was that third quarter when they only had 2. That made the difference when they opened up this game. And still, they've only allowed 16 points in the entire half. 3-pointer, Swanlund corner, good. And now it's 64-47. Contreras to Garcia, jump pass to Salcedo. Salcedo stripped away. The Beat Diggers with another turnover. And then we have a foul in the backcourt by Garcia. And now that'll be a, let's see, free throw, maybe a second on the double bonus with 1:03 to go. And I'm guessing that's Max Swanlund to shoot the 1-and-1. Free throw is up and in. He's got 4 now in the game, all in the last 15 seconds. But Brush has this game in hand, 64-48. Second free throw is good. 64-49. Contreras into the front court for the Beat Diggers on the left side. Contreras all the way, leans, and he misses. And the ball is tipped away, and the Bobcats grab the rebound over to Stark, and he'll lay it up and in off the long pass. Estes Park wants a timeout with 50.1 seconds to go. Well, maybe the Beat Diggers don't win this by double digits. And let's see, I don't know if that's a full timeout. Yeah, we'll keep it right here. With Brush leading 64-51. It's a 7-0 run now for Estes Park. And they do have a couple of bench players in there, but they also have some starters doing this damage. against the Bee Diggers. So, quite frankly, even though the Bee Diggers could allow about 20-plus points in this half, a lot of them are coming at garbage time when the game was already well decided. It'll be Brush basketball up by a baker's dozen. We'll talk to the head coach of the Bee Diggers, Tyrone Whip. We'll have a short conversation with Tyrone after the game. And now Joe Colson has got a different uniform. He was wearing 15, but blood on the uniform. Now he's got a different one on. And another Estes Park player not on the varsity roster's in there. That looks like Roberto Luna, a JV player. Contreras to throw it in out there with Williams, Garcia, Perry, and Salcedo. Contreras in the backcourt, over to Eddie Garcia. Back to Contreras. Contreras with a left-handed dribble against Woodard. Crossover dribble. Woodard strips him. Woodard's going to go all the way, lay it up and in. Well, Rush got to watch out. Don't get too sloppy. 34 seconds to go. They're only up by 11. Jump pass to Salcedo. And then the ball's knocked out of bounds by Braggs. Yeah, the final score is not going to be indicative of the game. Salcedo bounce pass to Contreras. Contreras squeezes by over to Garcia. Garcia left to the lane, fouled by Luna. 2 free throws for Eddie Garcia. And now Swanlin will check in here after the first free throw. The first free throw by Garcia is up, and that is good. Eddie scores, and now a 65-53 game. Second free throw, back rim, no good. Salcedo grabs a rebound inside to Williams. Williams tries to get a defender in the air, and then he's hacked. Double bonus again. He never attempted a shot. And that was on Colson, his third. 19 seconds to go, and now Aaron Williams to the line. A lot of free throws taken by Brush here in the quarter. This will be the 11th, and that free throw is in for Aaron Williams. Now the Bee Diggers broke open this game in the third quarter. Second free throw, back rimmed, and Perry nearly had the rebound. It goes to Braggs. Braggs into the front court. 13 seconds to go. Spinning, putting up and in on the left baseline for Braggs. Nifty move. And now Estes Park calls a full timeout. Yeah, this is a little bit nonsensical. I mean, calling 2 full timeouts in the last minute. You're down by 11 with 9.8 seconds to go. 9.8 seconds to go, I should say. But they're going to do it anyway. So we'll keep it right here in the meantime. As Brush is about to pick up their third consecutive win on the road. They break the huddle, Bee Digger basketball. And they've got only one JV-ish player out there. The Bee Diggers have Austin Perry and Marcus Contreras, who've seen very little varsity time. Out there with Williams, Garcia, and Salcedo. Perry to throw it in. Sure a foul will be committed. Salcedo dribbles it into the front court. 7 seconds to go. Salcedo now backs it out towards Garcia. Poked away by Braggs. Braggs with the basketball. Bounce pass to Swanlin. Does it count? And it does for the final score of 66-57. All right, well, Rush did commit 11 turnovers in the quarter. But nonetheless, they win the game. Brush 66, Estes Park 57. Let's take a 2-minute break on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. The Bee Diggers win the game over the Estes Park Bobcats by a score of 66-57. as the Beat Diggers pulled away in the third quarter. Got it right here. Welcome to the Beat Digger post-game show. Beat Digger post-game show is brought to you by Mr. D's Ace Home Center with 3 locations to serve you better. Sterling, Brush, and Fort Morgan, your headquarters for all your home, farm, and ranch supplies from plumbing to feed. We'll get to the numbers momentarily as we bring in the head coach of the Beat Diggers, Tyrone Whipple. And I tell you what, that defense again in the second half. At one point, you allowed just 7 points over the first 10 minutes of the second half. And obviously that third quarter, one of your better quarters of the entire season when you outscored Estes Park 21-7, Coach. And you only committed 2 turnovers in that quarter after probably more than you would like in the first half. And that seemed to make the difference. It was just typical Brush team basketball that we've seen over the last few games here.
Yeah, I think the guys have found their stride, and I think we played well. We played well tonight. I think we moved the ball well. I like our ball movement. I like the transition game that we had today once again. I mean, defense was a staple, and I think the guys played a great job.
Of course, Ryan Dunker does a great job of engineering this team, but Noah Leachman looked like he came out possessed this afternoon with some great numbers, a lot of rebounding there in the opening quarter.
Yeah, and that, like once again, that's been our focus. And I told them, we can't get complacent in what I told them. Hey, we need to score a minimum of 6 buckets a quarter, and so that's our new goal moving forward. I think if we can score the way we play defense, if we can score 6 buckets a quarter and we keep mixing things up like we do on defense, we even ran our triangle in 2, and I think it kind of confused them because they thought we were still in our 3-2. So
you're playing a lot of athletic teams. There's no team, and it's amazing. Who cares what the records are in this league, Coach? Because every team can run, every team can rebound, every team can do something special. This Estes Park team might be struggling this season record-wise, and as of late, they lost by 25 to Eaton last night. But just like Strasburg, a pretty good athletic team as well. Yeah,
and that's what I told the guys before the game, that they've always been very athletic up here, and they hustle and they don't give up. There's no quit at them, as you see at the end of the game. But it was good to get some of the reserves in and let them play. And I didn't play any of my top 7, I think, for the whole fourth quarter.
About Reed Hall, it seemed he made a couple of shots. The entire bench jumped up a couple of times, so that's good. I think one thing, and I don't know how much you notice it because you're still coaching, but you probably do, is when your players have been out for a while, it seems that they're still very much involved in the game mentally.
Yeah, and that's what I told them. We've got to be into the game, mental toughness, and we got to support our teammates when they're on the go. I said, it's good that we get these guys some minutes because next man up. I mean, if somebody gets hurt, somebody goes down, one of those guys are going to have to step up. Between Alex and Reed, they're going to have to step up and play big minutes. So, this is great when we can get a lead like that and we can let those guys play for 8 minutes.
Yeah, and it seems even though Estes Park scored what I would call garbage cupcake points at the end of the game, that your team was still playing intense for the entire 32 minutes, almost as if they were behind at times.
Yeah, and that's what I tell them. We always want to play like we're losing. Said except on the offensive end of the floor, but defensively we always want to play like we're down. Okay, because if not, you get lulled to sleep and bad things happen when you do that.
Finally, how would you culminate this week, even though it's part of an ongoing streak here that you put together? But Tuesday, Friday, Saturday, that's essentially 3 games in a 6-day span, and all on the road. And it seemed that after winning by 4 against Strasburg and then against Platte Valley, 11 against Strasburg, today only by 9, but really that was about a 20-point victory.
Yeah.
You almost got better with each and every game.
Yeah, and I think we have, and I think the guys are – I think the big thing is, John, like that, once again, mental toughness and confidence. Guys are starting to get their confidence back. They had their swagger back. And, our goal is, like I told you last night, 1 game at a time. And we can go into this university game, and if we can knock that game down, then we have the big game coming against Sterling at home. But 1 game at a time. I tell them we can't take anybody for granted. Respect all, fear none. Okay, and play hard-nosed beat digger basketball.
Finally, do you feel at this point you got a different basketball team now? 3-0. I mean, you had those games where you lost, but now it all started on the road trip, and this seems to be, again, a different basketball team because of all the elements, including that mental toughness you just talked about.
Yeah, I think the guys have finally grown up. I think people are understanding their role. I mean, new team. I mean, a little faster game.
And that takes a while to understand your role.
Yes, and I think all of them are starting to understand what their role is, and they've embraced their role. And, I think we had a little struggles at the beginning and just confusion of what's my role and how am I going to fit in on this team. And I think they're starting to gel as a team. And, you see it on the bench. You've seen the support on the bench and in the game. The ball movement so much better. I mean, with the assists, we can still minimize some of the turnovers. But if we're playing that way and we're playing defense the way we are, the good goes along with the bad, and we'll take a little of that.
Coach, congratulations. Third
Thank
consecutive win for the Beat Diggers. Congratulations. Big win here. That's Brush head coach Tyrone Whipple after the Beat Diggers defeat the Estes Park Bobcats 66-57. Let's run through the numbers, as leading the way with 14 points and 10 rebounds was Noah Leachman. In fact, the Beat Diggers, with Coach talking about having all these players in the lineup, had 10 different players in the scoring column. Trent Mount had 12, 11 for Aaron Nichols, Ryan Dunker with 10. Next up in the scoring column, Reed Hall with 6, 4 points for Aaron Williams, and then 3 apiece for Eddie Garcia and B.J. Hirschfeld, 2 for Adrian Lopez, and a free throw for Corbin Massey. For the hometown team, Estes Park, 17 points for Spencer Woodard, 7 points in the game by Max Swanlund, 6 by Logan Kittler. Next up was Nick Johnson with 5, and then 2 apiece by 4 players, Connor Braggs, Sam Addison, along with Sam Swanlund, and then Coy Minot. The turnover situation, the Beat Diggers ended up with 25, but most of those when the game was well out of hand, only 14 through 3 quarters, 15 for Estes Park. The Beat Diggers with a 42-34 rebounding advantage, and 10 of those by Leachman. Logan Kittler had 12 there for Estes Park. The Beat Diggers at the free throw line today were 12 out of 23. Want to get better with that. Estes Park at 11 out of 21. So the Beat Diggers with a victory improved to 4-6 in Patriot League play, 5-7 overall. Bobcats 2-7 in the league and 3-8 on the season. Beat Digger Player of the Game brought to you by Cargill Beef, committed to feeding the world in a responsible way by reducing environmental impact and improving products and processes. Learn about Cargill's story of commitment at Cargill.com. And there's so many players, but Leachman had the best numbers here with 14 points and 10 rebounds. So, again, he's going to get for the second straight day the Cargill Beef Player of the Game. Noah Leachman with that double-double once again as the Beat Diggers win the game in Estes Park. Again, you can always follow us on Twitter at KSIR Sports, our 1010 KSIR Sports Facebook page, on YouTube, our KSIR B106 channel, with plenty of audio throughout the course of the season. Outstanding job, as always, by our sound engineer and producer, Rose Condas. I'm John Beltran. The final scores, once again today, as the Brush girls were victorious as well, 61-25 over Estes Park, and the Brush boys win 66-57 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com.